Good morning. It's morning for me, quite early. So, as I decided to watch the transition from night to day, and as the environment is awakening to the sunlight, I'm having my chocolate milk, non-dairy. Then the voice within me that I talk to starts communicating, and there's a recognition that this is the voice that is the all. This voice that it's light is it's always there. It's information. It's intelligence. And as I sense this voice, really feeling that it came into my pituitary gland area. The way my wakings are nowadays is I feel and I see that I'm falling through space. It's like this falling into time. So this voice this time feels sharper and closer. Closer as in the location of it within me is more precise. The identification of itself is a lot more clear, sharp. The sensor information coming with it is whole embodied. And recognizing that I am the birthing of this light that is limitless, and it's omnipresent. And right now talking to you is this light through me. Living the purpose, doing exactly this. What I am here to do. What I have become, grown into, stretched into, expanded into, drawn in within. And this awareness that is coming through me. Oh my gosh, I love it, because there it is. Next to it or pairing with it, that my own uniqueness, like the tonality of my voice, the feeling to smile, This is actually really awesome, guys, creation. It's very exciting. And where I am right now with it, with these awarenesses, it's really, really exciting. Because when you are present at your creation, when you know that you're co-creating with the Most High, words can't really express. And what's interesting is that little time that it takes for me to get the camera and turn it on, I have already slightly changed the information stream that was coming in. And then we come into the right now time. You see, while I hold up information, and we do this many times, and you may have to listen to this again. When we stop time, we do that. When we stop time to hold information to tell somebody later, when we hold information as, oh, I'm not going to finish that now, I will do something later. You put up actually let's just say a heaviness in this spaciousness. And your mind holds on to it. Okay, I gotta do this later. Great, I have a task. Mind is wonderful. By the way, I don't subscribe to the mind, the negation of the mind. It's part of it. So the mind does that. I'm gonna remind you to do this later. And then you come back into the right now. The right now has this spaciousness, this light, this ease. It is happening as it's happening. Now, when you take off the hook from the mind that, okay, I am completing this task that you helped me remind. It happens later. You talk to whoever you need to talk to. You do the task that you were meant to do. Then the mind again eases up. And the present moment and the mind can very easily, graciously flow together in co-creation. Now, when you have the time freedom and you still put it away for later, notice what's in there, why you're putting it away. Because when you have the time freedom and something comes up to be done, if you carry it through with that energy of that creation energy, the guidance just came, it came through you, it verbalized in you, the information is here with you, and you need to take the next step. And perhaps that next step was difficult before, or you used to believe that you didn't know what to do or how to do, or you weren't good enough, or all these, whatever name it's filed away under. It is when we get through that, when you step through that and you take the action, then it carries with that energy of creation, of that creation that came from the present moment, that came directly from that fountain of creation, and you are carrying it through. It is in your actions. The resonance carries through in your actions. So whatever that action is, it's something that you put in words. It's something that you write down. It's something that you move out. Anything that you express. It carries that resonance. It carries that information. And it is felt on the receiver end. It is felt. It is known. Because it speaks to that truth. Let's say, well, it is, but that carries the resonance of truth, meaning it's always in the present moment because it is being allowed to flow through. So the receiver also is touched by the resonance of that present moment. And in this present moment, if you're still here listening with me, then you're taking the time, interesting time. This is where all this started, why I wanted to make this video. You know, if you're still here listening, this time that we're spending in here feels spacious. There is time. If you didn't listen and now you came back to listen, whatever the reason was that you didn't listen at first, you perhaps didn't have the time. Perhaps you perceived that you didn't have time because you had to do tasks. And then you decided to come back later. Because your subconscious felt that, woo, there was something here that felt good. Time. And I also want to touch on confidence. I guess this is the multi-faceted information that's coming through this morning. Not just talking on one thing. You know, in the algorithm world, we're so tied down to one thing, segmented. It's this piece of information I need. Well, everything is connected to everything. So if this comes in here, it is connected. It is the awareness that it's here to rise or speak to. And notice if your mind gets impatient. When is she gonna say it? Why is she mumbling? Just simply observe, observe. Go ahead, take a deep breath. And you know, when you take that breath, just imagine that you expand in a 360 degrees from your center. And allow it at the top. And rest into it. So courage. You know, what is real courage? Really knowing that you are standing in the truth. So all information coming through you is in alignment with the truth, and that is it. You're carrier and transmitter of truth. That's it. That's courage. Because you are doing what you are asked to do in that truth, and you're expressing it whatever way you are expressing it. It's when those perceived limitations used to hold it back, and overcoming it then is truth. It's courage. So that's in short. I love it. Time. So we are all in time, connected to time. Everything we do is based on time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. Interesting. That's all we have down here. So yes, it is limited. Now when we say I don't have enough time, when do we say that? If you're doing a big work and you are perhaps later in years and you sense I don't have enough time to mess around, to waste energy on other things, this is mine to accomplish. That is what I am being called to do. Or are we saying it in the I don't have enough time because I didn't wake up early enough and I still want to do this other thing, whatnot, a few other things, and slowly drink my tea in the morning, so I don't have enough time to do one more thing. But I'm going to watch 15 shorts on YouTube. Now, what is it that we don't have enough time for? Because when you step out of yourself and you perceive you don't have enough time, the whole media thing, these shorts, it's fast information intake. Great, it has its purpose. It is wonderful. And is it balanced for your life? These segmented information intakes, do they come home? Do they connect into the present moment? Or are you listening to these to escape the present moment? Because the present moment perhaps holds still painful information or something that is processing through. You only want to run from places that hold untruths because they're uncomfortable. When you are in the truth, in the rest of the present moment, in the rest of the right here, right now, you want to be here. It is spacious, pleasant. And now, when I come home to that voice that was talking to me earlier, the voice of me, the voice of that which created me, the voice of my higher self, the voice of the divinity that I am, the voice of my divinity coming through where I can hear it. Hearing differently than this hearing out here on this plane. But it's within me. And it also is a light. And when I place my awareness in between my pineal gland and my crown, then there is a perception of auditory connection. This is quite amazing. Auditory. My auditory senses recently have been getting more and more sensitive in my frequency reception, my frequency perception. So through that auditory inflow, there is the sound of divinity. There's a song, there's kind of like an orchestra, more like that, which I believe we would call angel sounds, the sound of higher space held, time expanded into the now. Let me see if I can sing. Okay, much lower, and okay. There's a deeper version also, although I'm catching it. I keep saying deeper, yet higher tones coming out. Shinayata yasine ashitayaton sotayat ketea esina ay shinayata yaketene chesia tasayatenea tayasete kea shasa Yes, my child. We are divinity. As you are. You are but me. Dressed in a different form. Expressed in a different shape. With natural abilities for your enjoyment. Your five senses. Your five senses to navigate. In your breath, there I am. In your heartbeat, there I am. In your movements, there I am. In your eyes, there I am. You are loved beyond what you can imagine. Hear me by your spirit. Will you receive the unlimited love that I constantly give you? It's flowing through your veins. always with you. I am flowing through your veins. I am love. Through me. You are home. I am going to go lay down now. My body needs some rest. Quite high frequencies running through. So let me know, guys, how that came across. Who do you think came across? I'll see you later.